Good bright morning in Longwood, Florida. DailyXander number 703. It is right around almost 8 o'clock, if not 8 o'clock. And I'm right now about to just head into work real quick because I left my watch there. Pick it up and go for a quick workout as I use that watch to keep track of my rest time. So would like to have that. It's just a useful tool that I use during my workout. During my commute, was in contact with one of my mates who lives in England. We're squaring away details and booking of flights for going from England to Ireland, Ireland to Iceland, and Iceland. We're gonna actually spend a couple days in Amsterdam. So got that going on, and just doing the norm. It's pretty funny today. This morning I got up around like 6, made breakfast and all that, and then literally by like 6:40 for whatever reason I was like, I'm gonna go back to sleep. And when I put like my head back on the pillow after doing all that stuff, I was pretty wired and ready to go. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm staying up at the moment. And I don't know. I'm in the mindset now. If I'm not being productive, then it doesn't really make sense. So, with that said, I'm gonna continue on my day here. I'll grab my watch, waiting for Miss Doro. Stop in real quick. Oh, wrong key. All right. I'm going to cut this short as I'm dilly-dallying right now, so more to follow. It's been the DailyXander number 70. What is good? Good afternoon. Welcome back to the DailyXander number 703. I am just about 10, 15, probably more 15, 20 minutes into my daily commute that I make both in the morning and in the evening from and to my apartment. Good solid day at work, productive day, busy from 9 all the way to 6 straight. So definitely like it though because it goes by tremendously fast. My workout this morning went really well. I was only able to do 3 out of a generally 4 different exercises I do for testosterone optimization training, which I did today. I changed it up a little bit, but primarily sticking to unilateral exercises to really help with stabilization and core training as an added bonus when doing those exercises. So yeah, nothing too more eventful for the rest of the night. Just gonna input a couple notes. Probably gonna go buy some meat to cook up. So really haven't had much meat in the past couple days. It's pretty much been, for the most part, a little fish, and the rest has been rice. Lots of veggies, nuts, and the occasional olive oil. So yeah, I'm just continually putting my mind frame, so my mental capacity, my mental bandwidth, surrounding it with topics, with content that kind of, I'm not even gonna say kind of, it goes in the direction I want to be heading here. And for the most part, it's literally been Dan Pena stuff for about the past several days, and nothing really much else. And that's just because I'm going to be meeting the guy. I only have 20 minutes, and really, the more I think about it, it would be bad on my part, because I've heard him address this issue that he has with a lot of kids, which he refers to probably anybody under the age of 50 as being a kid, maybe even a little older too. but just asking questions that he's answered many, many, many times in all the content he puts out there, and even on his website. If you go to his website, there's an endless amount of information that he's shared, put out there all for free. So really, the more I get out of it is be definitely asking him stuff that'll apply to my own life and get some ideas. I just don't really necessarily have a specific business question because I don't have my own. I don't run my own business. I'm not at the moment an entrepreneur. I think it would be neat to be an entrepreneur, though. We'll see. Because I really do like staying busy, and the grind and the hustle is just the right kind of grind or hustle that would match both my skill set, both who I am and how I operate as a human being, and what am I really passionate about. And it's hard for me to say, even though I've lived 23 years on Earth, what I am strongly and definedly passionate about. But that's one way to approach life, and the whole process is it's a lifelong process to find what you enjoy doing and what you're extremely passionate about. One thing I know, though, I like to be busy in a diverse range of activities, although you can't be doing too much at one time because it just becomes too much to handle. But who's to say, though? Who is to say? Tough questions. They are tough questions to answer. But are they really? I don't know. I feel like I'm starting to go in a little nonsense Alex talk right now. Feeling good, though. At the moment, I'm feeling really hungry now. I haven't had processed sugar in a long time, it seems like. I've been eating really clean for the past, if I had to guess, week or so. I don't even really know. Well, that probably would have been last week, sometime during work, where I had some protein bars that we have at work. But for the most part, I'm eating extremely clean, avoiding processed sugar. The only sugar I've really been having has been come in the form of fruits, so kiwis and apples, and then also a box of dates that I have, and I really do like dates. I would say, as a go-to all whole food sugar item, I really like dates. I've had legitimate Saudi Arabian dates flown from Saudi Arabia. An exchange student back at the school I went to in Arizona. One time he was a group member, so he actually shared with me and another group member Saudi Arabian coffee and dates. And Saudi Arabian dates are very syrupy and sticky, so they're a lot different in that sense compared to the dates you would find in California, where they seem a lot drier in texture, but also very delicious. Dates would be a great item to bake with. Make some date brownies. Wow. Why don't they do that more often? Why don't well, there's a reason why, because they don't profit off it, but why don't you see that more often with date brownies from a commercial level? I think that'd be really good. And it's a better alternative. But at the same time, is there much difference with processed sugar versus natural sugar, or wholesome sugar, I should say? Because I can just do a lot of things too, really deep into different topics. Is there really such a thing as natural anymore? It's like a lot of things. It's a buzzword. It's a marketing phrase. It gets thrown out a lot to get people to buy certain items. What's really interesting to think about, at least with the US and probably a lot of other places, as far as advertising, from an advertising standpoint, how advertising has affected and swayed and essentially has a big role in deciding what the majority of a culture's diet will be. Look at the US, and a good portion the US is what we used to eat in, like, say, the 70s, 80s, and even 90s, and even now kind of thing. As far as big lobbyists such as like the milk industry or dairy. You look at milk, we're the only animal on the planet, referring humans as animals right now, that'll drink another animal's milk. Definitely, you can find some really good tasting milk out there, though. I'm not hating at all a good milk and a good bowl of cereal, but it is a bit odd to think and wonder, why do we actually drink another animal's milk when that animal's milk was specifically made for the purpose of that animal's baby. Anyways, that right there was some just random thoughts flowing. No storyboard on that one, no plan on that one. I just let it rip, and that's where it went. And I would say for the most part, all those ideas that I just talked about right there stem from subconsciously being exposed to ideas and content in the past. So it is interesting. There was a thought I wanted to share that came across my mind last night when I was about to go to sleep. But like I can do, like with a lot of people, it seems you can forget pretty easily what you did right up until you went to sleep. I know some people that read books before they go to sleep, they cannot actually recount what they actually read right before they went to sleep sometimes. Now, as with the majority, I don't know. I don't really know anything. That's a affirmation right there. Affirmation for in this moment. I never claim to, and I never will state that I know everything or much of anything, and I'm an open-minded individual willing to learn on the behalf of my knowledge, my library of knowledge not being fully stocked. All right, I'm having too much fun thinking right now. On that note, it's been the Daily Xander 103. Pleasure as always. I'll come back at you with another update or so. So hang tight and enjoy the ride. More to follow.